Well, Mr. Barnes, I just don't feel that that man that I turned loose was responsible for raping and killing your wife. I feel you did it. What it is no qualified coroner's report to verify that she was raped. And if she was, it was by you. I've met her on the street before and she's had bruises. And I feel that that came from you in the past. Because it's been more than one time. I just feel that this time you just went too far. You just hit it one time too many. And you're trying to blame this man that I turned loose, that I refuse to indict for the crime. It's been verified that he did not rob that store and kill the woman running it. They got the man that did it. I feel you're the guilty party, Mr. Barringer. You're the guilty party.
Been released 5 minutes.
See, I got a lawyer. But I gotta tell you, if they hadn't have broken us up, I would have killed you. Next time, you won't even see me coming. Tell you what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna kill a little old lady, just for you. Catch it on the 6 o'clock news.
Sheriff Winslow, Mr. Barringer was in here before. He's sitting in the same place you are right now. And we had a talk. And he's accused me of turning the man loose that raped and killed his wife. I feel he's the guilty party. You know this man that I turned loose. He didn't do it. He didn't rob that store and kill the woman running it. Because they got the man that did. I just feel that Mr. Barringer is the guilty party. But how can we prove it? Tell me about DNA.
Nothing ever comes of any of them. They just sort of get forgot about. And but I think more and more of them's coming up, and it's a challenge now, and law enforcement is really eager and willing to do something about it. And you got better ways of proving stuff now.
Well, what I want to ask you, Sheriff Winslow, how do you compare law enforcement today to the way it was, say, 30 years ago? I'm just saying, I felt that, by questioning a suspect and possibly you could look into a person's eyes and tell whether they were telling the truth or lying, but right now they got DNA. How much difference do you actually think it makes? And or were the old law enforcement years ago, was it really that far behind modern times? How do you feel about it?
Well, the DNA brought everything up to date as far as proving a person's guilt. So it's a lot better now with the DNA. If it hadn't been for the DNA, everything was sort of standing still. But the DNA it's really bettered everything, and got a lot of people out of prisons that wasn't guilty of what they had done, and they served 15, 20 years and get out. That's really great.
What I'm saying, I don't know that much about it myself. It's not my field. But there's got to be some way that Mr. Barringer can be held responsible for a test. But what it is, we got no proof. We haven't got anything to bring him in with. Not enough evidence. What it is, I don't want anybody to go to prison that's not guilty. And whatever I think about Mr. Barringer, I could be wrong. There's such a thing as reacting too quick, and there's another thing, just acting too slow.
I don't know.
Just one more.
Okay, just one.
So where are you from?
I'm from Tennessee.
What's New York?
I got that at swap meeting. What's like your name?
Tequila.
Two tequilas. I thought I was coming up here for beer. All right.
Fine.
Mighty fine. Hey, can I get three Budweiser over here, sir? I think it's just fine, but I think I have to sell my Rolex. But I've been thinking about it. Hello, everybody.
I'm Mark. Good to see you. How are you doing? Oh, just fine. I feel, boy, I got a little surprise for you.
Well, the way I see it, I feel that they've got it coming to them, yet I'm the one that's paying the price. I know what you're thinking, but what it is, I just feel it's just a complete witch hunt. I feel that Mr. Barringer is the guilty party. Well, I know that you feel that you could do more for this case. That I personally turned the man loose, that I shouldn't. Well, what it is proof that he did not rob that store and kill that woman that ran it. There's proof on that. Yet I can't say that he's not responsible for Mrs. Barringer. I mean, I don't know what it is. I've seen her on the streets. She's had bruises on her face before.
You know, Billy, you put yourself into places where you knew you were going to have to defend yourself.
Officer Williams, I've worked faithfully for you and you've stood behind me. I feel this is a complete witch hunt, but I'll go on it. I know there's a killer out there somewhere, and maybe, just maybe, the man I turned loose is him. Maybe. So what I'm saying is, I'll take this witch hunt on one case. I'll try to rule out Mr. Barringer. Well, there was a case in the military. Well, this is how it happened. You know, the information you gave me on Will Simmons last week didn't match up with the information you gave me before. Now, what are you going to give me this time?
I'll give you this.
Officer Williams, I feel that I made a mistake. The man that I turned loose, evidence points towards him. And there's been other incidences. So I'm going to try to get to the bottom of this. I'm going to try to track this man down. But it don't change the fact he did not rob that store and kill the woman that ran it. He wasn't guilty of that crime. And blind justice is not the solution for justice. You want me to try to get it straight. And if the man I turned loose is not the guilty party, I know that store robbery and killing, just because he didn't do that, it don't mean the man couldn't have committed another crime. Possibly Mr. Barger was involved. So what I'm saying, I'm working to get down to the truth. Thank you very much. Well, I feel that things will be okay. But what I want to ask you about, and I've got a certain amount of information on penicillin chloride, where a person be given that, it can shut down the heart. They've actually gave heart patients that, and I've been told it's people have been killed in that way where it does not show up on autopsy. What can you tell me about that?
That was a bad thing. A lot of people was given that. And a lot of people was innocent that was given that. So the DNA has really helped out all this bad stuff that went on.
Well, what I want to ask you is that I was told somebody could give somebody just a small amount of arsenic over a period of time. A real small amount. When they died, it wouldn't show up in an autopsy. Is it anything to that or not?
It wouldn't. It didn't show. It won't show up. If it's given small doses for a long period of time, it won't show up. A lot of law enforcement has assumed bodies and dug them up, and they still couldn't find anything. So, yeah, there's truth to it.
In other words, I know this one situation where the death of the person just didn't seem right. They ruled it a massive heart attack in the hospital, yet the person had bodies sent off for an autopsy. Why would they have it sent off if the doctor already ruled cause of death?